Hi all, it's JK here with another video. So I've done my 5 loves of the car, and this is going to be 5 dislikes of the car. And some are niggly little things, and some are things that you're going to have to live with if you're a performance enthusiast, whether you like it or not, going with DSG. So get into it. In no particular order, this is as we go along. The first thing I dislike about this car is when it comes to cleaning the car and getting the windscreen wiper blades to come out and so you can get them off the windscreen, you have to put them in maintenance mode. And to me that's a bit of a ball ache, because it's a little routine where I'll link the video, but you know, you start and stop the car, and then after a few seconds the windscreen blades come up, which then lets you pull them out. Well, you know, I prefer the old school method where you can literally just pull them off the windscreen and they're sticking out, and you can carry on cleaning your car as usual. So that irritates me. That's the first thing, and it's irritated me since day 0. And it's a bit of a fiddly feature. Sometimes that routine doesn't work. When I took delivery of this car, the dealer was trying to show me how it works, and he was struggling to get it working as well. So yeah, irritates me. The second thing I dislike about this car is emergency braking. I think it kicks in when you're doing 30 miles an hour or less, and if there's a car in front of you and he decides to stop suddenly and turn right, even if you think you're okay, the car slams all the brakes on, and on the center console here there's a warning message. And it's happened to me twice a couple of Friday night. So I was out cruising, and a couple of boy racers and a guy in a 4-wheel drive, they just, you know, suddenly broke and then turned right without indicating or anything. But you know, I had a good 10 feet ahead of me. I wasn't going to hit them, in my judgment, and I'd like to trust my judgment, seeing as I've been driving X amount of years and never had an accident. But the car thought that I didn't know what I was doing and decided to slam the anchors on for me, and it really irritated me. So that's a feature I strongly dislike, probably even hate it. What else do I dislike about the car? Kickback. I don't like kickback. So when you're in race mode, and it's probably in eco mode as well, I don't know, but if you're in race mode and you're in manual race mode, and you put your foot down, for some reason, I don't know if it's artificial intelligence or what, but for some reason the program behind the car decides that you should drop down a gear, and it's irritating. I've done a couple of videos where kickback kicks in even though I don't want it to, and I've just glossed over it, but to me that's an irritating feature. If you're in manual mode, you should be able to change gear where and when you want. I don't know if it's VW's attempt at solving the problem of block gear changing, where 1 minute you're in 6th gear and you'd like to be in 3rd. I don't know if that's what kickback is supposed to solve, but it is irritating. And I guess that's another drawback of the flappies on this as well. If you're in 6th gear and you quickly want to drop a gear, you flip and there's a bit of a delay. It's okay going down 1 gear or up 1 gear, but if you go down several, there's a bit of a lag. So yeah, that's nothing to do with kickback. That's something else that I dislike, but that's something I'll go over when I do another video of this manual box versus a real manual box. So I'm going to do a video there as well. So yeah, kickback, I don't like kickback. What else? The other thing I really hate is auto stop start. I really don't like that feature. It's more wear and tear on the engine, it's more wear and tear on the starter motor. I mean, it doesn't save CO2s in my opinion, because if you're at a cold day and you say it's like -10 outside and you turn the car on, and you know you're at traffic lights and it keeps stopping and it's starting and stuff. A, that's more wear and tear on the engine, and B, you're putting so much load on the starter motor with the stone cold engine, because the oil's going to be thick. You're just going to burn through starter motors. That's my opinion anyway. I mean, I'm probably wrong. You're probably going to tell me that the car electronically eats the engine. I don't know. But regardless of that, when I flip between race mode and eco mode and forget to switch off stop start, and then I'm at traffic lights and then the engine stops, it irritates me, particularly because I'm not doing many miles in this car. So once the car turns on, I want it on to give the battery charge. I don't want it to keep starting, taking more power from the battery. So yeah, I really hate that feature, stop start. And unfortunately, the only way to get rid of it is by a reprogram with VCDS or whatever it's called. So I bet that'll void your warranty or whatever, I don't know, but you should be able to switch it off permanently from here, but you can't. So that's that, another thing I hate. And then finally, I don't like, and this is not to do with everyday driving, this is more from an enthusiast point of view. As you saw my video where I switched off electronic stability control, that's an illusion. You're not actually switching it off, it's still running in the background. So if the car thinks you're being too stupid and you're letting too much go, it then trims, it kicks in without you knowing. And it, you know, I've seen journalists try and make this car slide on a track and they can't. It just keeps going and going and going, and that's because the electronic stability control isn't really off, even though it says it is off. So that's the car driving for you, basically, which I don't like. I don't like that. At the end of the day, if I want to switch all the safety features off because I want to enjoy myself, I mean, obviously you wouldn't do that on a public road, but, you know, assuming you were going on the track, it's just another thing that makes this car more suited for the road rather than the track. I know you can program it to switch all that off, but, you know, tinkering with the code using VCDS, I mean, you're not supposed to do that. So why should you have to do that to stop auto stop start? Why should you have to do that to switch off ABS and ECS and, sorry, ESC? And if you want to switch all the features off and want to drive the car yourself, you should be able to do that. So yeah, they're the 5 things I dislike / hate about this car. I mean, I guess if you speak to enthusiasts, that's why a lot of them do prefer older cars. You know, they prefer the Skyline R34 and they prefer the EP3 Type R, because they're raw cars that you are driving. There is no intervention from the management system. It's you and the car, and that's it. But, you know, that's by the by. It's for those of us that are enthusiasts who like going on the track. Me, personally, the more I drive this car, the more I love it on public roads, but the more I realise it's not a track car. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, to most of you, that won't mean a thing to you. You know, you're not bothered about track driving. But to enthusiasts, you know, that's where their criticism's going to come in. And quite rightly so, because it is sold as a performance car, and it is a performance car, but you're never going to experience full potential of the car because the safety features will always kick in. But obviously that's my opinion, you'll probably disagree. But that aside, there you go, they're my 5 hates, dislikes. But overall, I'm in love with this car, I'm very pleased with this car. A friend of mine popped in last night, we played a bit of GTA. He's been away in Cyprus for a few weeks because he's Greek Cypriot, and he was showing me pictures of his STI UK, Type UK. It's been pro-drived to the rafters, running at 505 brake. And he's an enthusiast just like I am, and he doesn't like modern cars because too many electronics telling you what you can and can't do. And I agree with him, but I think this car is good enough where you can look over that. But certainly on a racetrack, I think it'd be very, very frustrating. So yeah, cheers.